G'day there, Jess here, and tonight I am going to introduce you to something fun. If you are at all a fan of board games, then you might enjoy learning about this one. Now, I am guessing that you have heard of a game called Scrabble. Well, I have a special edition of Scrabble to introduce you to this evening. Are you ready? Let me introduce you to Aussie Scrabble. Now, I found this in our local op shop for the grand total of $2 whole. And in fact, there were not one, but 2 copies of Australian Scrabble at the op shop. So, I mean, I could not pass it up, honestly, because in case you can't tell, I happen to be Australian. So, shall we look inside? Before we do, let's have a bit of a look at the cover and some of the words on it. So we have Arvo and Cooey up the corner here. And then we have Crikey right in the middle, of course. And on this side we have Cuppa, a cup of tea, and Ute, which is short for utility vehicle, which I believe those of you in America would call a pickup truck. And of course, there are lots of Aussie things on the cover as well. Let me give you one more close-up look. Tell me in the comments what you see. Is there anything that you don't recognize on the cover? Or is it all pretty obvious. Alright. So I'm going to bring you down to the table now so you can take a closer look at Aussie Scrabble with me. Okay, let's open up the box and see what's inside, shall we? Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice about Aussie Scrabble is that everything is in green and gold. Because those are our national colours, even though our flag is completely different. So, should I show you this now, or should I keep it a secret? Let's show you now. Okay. So you can see that it's got the same bits here as a regular Scrabble board, but it also has these struth places, and that will come into play in just a moment. So let's just put this aside for now and see what else is in the box. So we have the rules and lingo list. See that here? Because not only can you use all the normal Scrabble words, you can also use Australian lingo. And there's a long list of words here that you can use. Let me read you a couple and see if you recognize them. Let's start on this page. Bonza, B-O-N-Z-A. If something is bonza, it is very good or great, or as they put here, also ripper, because ripper is another slang word for awesome, as in you little ripper, which means that's great or that's awesome. Let's see. Nipper, Nipper, is the word we give to young surf lifesavers, so the kids who start off when they're little. Being a lifesaver or a lifeguard at the ocean, on the ocean. The Eka, E-K-K-A, is a local one to me. It is short for the Brisbane exhibition, which is our annual show here in Brisbane. You know, the agricultural plus the show bags plus Sideshow Alley plus the baking and the painting and the cats and the dogs and all of the things. That's the Eka. Let's do one more. How about this one? The postie, Postie, which is short for the postman or the mailman or the mailwoman or the postwoman, but you know, we don't use those words generally. Here in Australia, it's just the postie. A postie who delivers your things. Okay, so that's the rules and lingo. Now we have, of course, the Scrabble piece holders. Which are again in green and gold. So you can put your letters in appropriately patriotically coloured holders. And let's put those down over here. Next we have some cards, those ones and these ones. I'll come back to those. Of course, what is a game of Scrabble without your Scrabble tiles? Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but nothing particularly special. About these tiles, other than the fact that the letters are a dark the letters are a dark green, which I think is not normal, although I could be wrong. I am not a Scrabble expert. I think they're normally black, but they might be green because green is a Scrabble colour, right? So that's the tiles. Pop them over here. And then we have two lots of cards. We have the Struth cards, and we have the Buckley's Chance cards. Now, if you're Australian, you will know what this means. Buckley's Chance means very little chance of something happening, sometimes abbreviated to just Buckley's, because we like to abbreviate everything. So instead of saying you've got Buckley's chance, we would just say you've got Buckley's. And another Australian would know what I meant. So we have the Waltzing Matilda, the Bunyip, Ned Kelly's Lute, and the Drop Bear. So these are special cards. Let me read what they are, because I've only played this once and I don't remember off the top of my head. So it says, there are 4 Buckley's Chance cards corresponding to 4 Australian characters, myths and legends. Each player draws one of these cards from the pouch before gameplay commences. Each card also delivers a special ability which is explained on the card. So, we have the Drop Bear, and the Drop Bear special ability. The player who draws the Drop Bear draws a Struth card at the beginning of the game, which they keep in their hand. They may use it on any turn and must then discard it. Next, we have Ned Kelly's Lute. The player who draws Ned Kelly's Lute starts the game with 8 tiles instead of 7. They must draw back up to 7 after their first turn. So you just start with 1 extra tile. The Bunyip. The player who draws the Bunyip always begins the game. And finally, Waltzing Matilda. I can almost not say that without breaking out into song, it has to be said. I just want to start singing Waltzing Matilda. If the player who draws Waltzing Matilda has tiles left on their rack at the end of the game, the value of those tiles is added to their score rather than to the winner's score. So that's quite a nice card to have. Okay, so that's our Buckley's cards. And finally, our Struth cards. Now before we look through these, I'm just going to remove this box from the middle. There's nothing else in here. Nope. Okay, can go down here. So the Struth cards feature twists on the gameplay that players can use to help them or perhaps hinder others during the game. A player may take a Struth card from the deck when they place a tile on an Aussie map Struth card place. So we saw those earlier. These are not all up the same way. After reading the card, they place it face down in front of them, unless it is a creature feature card, see point 12, and can use it on any subsequent turn. Here's a creature feature card. The Corroboree Frog. So this one, walking the snowy mountains, you hear the call of this very shy frog. Add 15 points to your overall score. So the creature feature cards, there's another one, the Mahogany Glider. Let's see if we can find the rest of those. They just give you a bunch of points, which is pretty nice, really. Ah, look at that, 20 points. The Northern Hairy-Nosed Wombat. That's pretty awesome. How many more of these are there? Have you noticed there's name places? Humpty Doo. Oh, what's that one? Paranjori. Bondi Beach. It's a holy dooly card. That is a expression that we use. Holy dooly. Goodness me. Oh, yellow-tailed black cockatoo. I have these in my yard sometimes. She'll be right. Means everything will be fine. Usually it's she'll be right, mate. Knock-off time. Oh, there we go. The old switcheroo. No worries. That's a walkabout card. To go walkabout is to go off somewhere. Usually nobody knows where you've gone. Have a go, you mug. Have a go at something. Cricket. Oh, there's another switcheroo. I think those might be all the creature feature cards. Wangaratta. You little ripper. Half your luck. Double dink. think double income, no kids, so doubles something. Okay, I think we're done with those. So these are like the super awesome cards to get because you get extra points for basically nothing. And that is Aussie Scrabble. Which is very fun to play. And I'm looking forward to my next game because it just adds another element of complexity to what is a pretty simple game. And it adds an element of fun to it as well, which I enjoy. So, shall we try to make a couple of Aussie words before we go? What do you reckon? What do you reckon, mate? Let's put these away. Tip these out. Maybe very loud. Okay. Don't need to turn all of these over, but let's get a fair whack of them done. The lingo list again and find something to make. What do we got here? Sunnies is short for sunglasses. Let's find sunnies. which is both an animal and an insult. Call someone a numbat or a dingbat. Bat-related insults. Okay, what about, can we find a word to fit here? Let's see. Bee, where are the bees? Ah, yeah, gosh, there's a lot of bee words. Okay. Has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's quite a few. We could do bogan, or we could do bodgy, or bluey. Now, I'm not talking about the cartoon dog. A bluey has actually lots of different meanings, one of which is a blue cattle dog, a blue bottle jellyfish, a traffic ticket, a redhead, because you know, a bloke, or a billy, which is a teapot, a biffo, which is a fight, or beaut. Let's do beaut. You beaut, or you beauty. B-E-E-A. U. Oh, I've picked another U word. Oh, look, there's another U. Huzzah. And finally, T. Look at that, found it straight away. Beaut. You beaut. Let's see, we seem to have sort of filled up this bit. Is there anything we can do here? What about a word that ends in S? Let's find a word that ends in S. Let's have a look. No. A drongo. Do you know what drongo means? D-R-O-N-G-O. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to leave that as a mystery. If you know, you can tell us in the comments. And let's give you some more mysteries. A hoon. H-O-O-N. Do you know what that means? Ocker. O-C-K-E-R. There's another one. There aren't many that finish in S because honestly, we like to finish our lingo in a vowel sound. So most things, well, not everything, but lots of things have a vowel on the end. Well, I mean, we have sunnies, which is already on the board, but trackies, we could do that. Let's see if that fits. Oh, I knocked that out of spot. So let's go backwards. S-E-I-K-C-A-R-T. Oh, I didn't get a triple word score. How good is that? Alright, let's see if we can do that. Do we have the letters? We're going to work forwards. Okay, so T, R, A. I don't know why I'm still holding this. I know how to spell this. Do you know what trackies are, by the way? I will tell you. I won't leave that one a mystery. C. Where's the C? use high value letters. This would be an excellent Scrabble word. Although, is it too long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it wouldn't be too long. It would be perfect. Trackies. And of course, trackies, or even more colloquially, tracky, dax, D-A-K-S, dax, or D-A-C-K-S, but most people don't use the C. What do you even call them? Like, what do other people call trackies? Your sweats? You know, like sweatshirt and sweatpants? Yeah, sweatpants, that's what you like call them in the States, right? Trackies, your trackies. Trackies can refer to the top and the bottom, but often refers to the bottom. Okay, so this is like, it's quite addictive. I kind of just want to keep making words. I'm going to do one more. Okay, let's do one more off this bit here somehow. Let's find a word that ends in... Oh, I wonder if there's any words that end in K or C or even R. Let's have a look. I think there's quite a few that end in R. Offsider, it's a bit boring. Schooner. Schooner is a type of size of beer. Like you get a pot or a schooner. A spruiker. No, because they're annoying and I don't want to give that word. Oh, muster, that's a good one, yeah. Let's do muster. So a muster is where you round up the sheep or the cattle and take them to wherever they need to go. I don't think that's like purely Australian. Surely other people call it a muster as well. We can't be the only people, right? Okay, so muster. And let's do this one backwards. So we've got E-R-E. Where's my E? There's my E. And then I need another T. There should be plenty of T's, right? Let's see here. Where are they? Yes, there's one. T. Oh, triple letter. That's a bit lame for a triple letter, isn't it? Oh well. And then we want an S. S, yes. And then we want a U. Is there another U somewhere? Or are we going to have to use a blank tile? Dum dum dum. I think we might, you know, folks. Alright, it's doing it. I'm doing it. And then an M. Surely there's another M. There's an N. And a W. Another W. I can't have used all the M's already, surely. Surely there's more than one M. Now see, I don't actually know if this game has all the tiles it should, because it was from the op shop, so who knows. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe there is not another M. Okay, well, blank tile it is. What a way to finish. M-U-S-T-E-R. Muster. Okay. My cat just woke up on the bed when I made that noise. He's like, what's going on? What you doing? Alright. You know what? I think we're going to pause there and I'm going to say goodnight, because putting Scrabble tiles away, as you know, is a notoriously loud thing. And since we're at the end of the video, you might be asleep and I don't want to wake you up. Or you might just be really relaxed and I don't want to relax you by making a loud noise at this point. So, I hope you enjoyed this little foray into the world of Aussie Scrabble and Australian lingo. I love doing these Aussie themed videos because it's fun to share a bit of my culture with you, and I hope you enjoy it too. If you do, please tell me. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so